We're just getting a post-match interview here at Hillgrounds following today's 3-1 win against Kempston Rovers. Dave, hard afternoon in the office again. Another difficult away performance, but again we found a way to get the job done.
Yeah, it's very rare that the three of us come in at half time of a game. You know, we always try and if we're not happy, we do it. We talk to them. You know, if we like the right way and what have you. But today, they needed a bit of a kick up the backside. If I'm honest with you, none of us felt they were on the game at all. Certainly, the front three and the midfield three we thought really off it, really, you know, slow to react. Our strength is our pressing and work rate, and it wasn't there today. So, listen, we come in at half time, and we got into them a bit. All three of us, and it's usually on the rare occasion I do, then Skippy will probably try and put a bit of gloss on it, but I had a bit of a go, Skip had a bit of a go, and then James had a bit of a go. So, but I felt it was needed, and the second half was a completely different game. You know, I thought we dominated the second half, played good football, we made changes at the right time. Obviously we had one thing we haven't had for about a month, is we had Alex in our back pocket, and we got him on the pitch. He made an immediate impression. Just his runs and organisation was good. And in the end, I agree with you. If you go by the first half, and we're saying we weren't on it, and we weren't, but they were very good, I thought.
I was going to say, we should probably give them a little bit of credit as well, because I thought they were very good in the first half.
They were. They passed it really well. They got amongst us. I thought their manager and their coach had set them up really well, stopped us in certain areas, and look, they've given us a real. It's been a hard game today, a proper hard game. If any of ours thought we were going to turn up and it'd be an easy win, they've certainly gone after about 5 minutes. When I
don't think we've. In fairness, it doesn't really matter where they are in the league, but I don't think we've ever had an easy game against Kempston. They always work us hard.
They are, and I said to their guy, the coach, as he walked off, that's not a side that's going to go down if they keep playing like that. But they're in that position at the moment, and they've not had that many games recently. But they're not getting every game they're in is tight. So there are obviously a couple of, whether it be an odd player or a turn, a twist of something somewhere, that will turn in their favour, I would suggest to you. And in the end, look, like you said, that's a big result today, because of the half time I couldn't really see where we get it from, and then second half, but I say, because we got into them a little bit and a couple of adjustments, and we got back to doing what we needed to do, and then it was, look at Amaru's second half performance was chalk and cheese. I thought second half he started to run their two centre halves, they struggled with him. As I say, Alex coming on probably properly turned it in our favour. And we just defended properly. Young Dan at the back alongside Laurie defended excellent second half. Yeah, and the midfield the same. The three boys in midfield as off the game as they were first half. They was proper on it second half, and I thought we nullified them quite well. So, yeah, look, very important 3 points, and we're pleased to have got it and go into the Bedford game still with confidence high.
We just touched on Skip.
Touched on everything.
Yeah, we did really, didn't we? We touched on the fact of being able to bring Alex off the bench today. Was that possibly the difference, or was it the fact that they needed a bit of a G up at half time just to return to the levels that we've seen in recent games, or was it something else?
A little bit of everything, if I'm honest with you. The performances in the last month have been exceptional, and it's almost impossible to expect week in, week out that level. So you're going to have the odd down day. And today, first half, we always worry when our Achilles heel down previous seasons has always been dropping points against teams that sometimes end up getting relegated. Dave's already said he thinks this side's Kempston's too good to go down, and I agree with him. But we've dropped points every year since we've been at this level to teams that end up finishing bottom or second bottom. So that was a concern of everybody involved. Alex come off the bench. I think that's actually given Amaru a new lease of life as well. Suddenly we got two strikeable, him and Alex up top, both scored goals, and all of a sudden the ball was coming to him more. It was coming in better areas for him. because of that, his runs were becoming better, and then they were defending deeper, and then Huntley was getting on the ball. Well, it was just an accumulation. But yeah, it was second half was really good to watch. To be fair, it was a chalk and cheese performance. So
you're talking about Dave was just touching on about Amaru sort of chalk and cheese, but he's just got this knack of being in the right place at the right time, and when he does get his chances, he tends to tuck them away, doesn't he?
He does. I mean, at first half, I didn't think he was that bad. He was still chasing, he was still working. I mean, he has one of those, I don't know what you call them, on his back that tracks how many kilometres he does per game, etc. So I'd be interested to know how far he ran in the first half. But it was more positive second half. He was getting in the right areas, getting on the ball in the right, rather than having to do chase and doing lots of doggies. He was actually getting on the ball, bringing other people in. And I'll give the lad credit. We played Biggleswade Town a couple of weeks ago, and his decision making probably let himself down a little bit on the night. His work rate, you can never argue. We've been to Kidlington, and I thought he was exceptional, as in his distribution. And today again, he's looking to pass. If he can't get that first time shot off, so another 2 goals for him here. He's the one thing that probably Dave has to report back to Cambridge United is he improving, and I think he is game on game. It's just his all-round game's getting better and better. So they must be pleased with him. We definitely are.
Dave had to obviously utilise the bench again today to get that result. George looked like he was limping a little bit. Obviously Jack went off as well, and towards the end, Huntley looked like he was limping a little bit as well. What can you tell us about that? Are we going to have a clean bill of health for Tuesday, do we think?
George will be fine. Amy says he'll be fine. If I'm going to be ruthless and horrible, because he's got kicked about in the Sunday game last week in his Sunday Cup. There's a video of them all getting kicked. And I would say to you that Jack will probably struggle with his hamstring, and I think that fatigue, he was unbelievable last Saturday, and he goes and plays another 90 minutes in the Sunday National Cup, and we've not had a training session this week, so it's not like he's had an opportunity to cool down or anything, and he's gone out today and he's gone and done some damage. Huntley, I think's fine. I just think maybe a collision or something, but he'll be absolutely fine. So the injury-wise, they're okay. And like you say, with the bench, we actually had one today, so it's quite nice. It was good to like I say, Alex. We talked about Alex, but be able to bring Niggsy on for Jack, perfect. And then we was also, thanks to Stockwell's help, we've got Luke back, and we was able to then drop him into and change to a 3, to a change in the shapes all the time. And I thought he was solid. Luke's gone in and done a great turn, one big tackle down the left-hand side when he took the world, and it just shored things up for us. So we was quite pleased with that, So I think we'll be okay for Tuesday. We do get Fish back, which will be important.
I was just going to say there was no Fish today, so is he back Tuesday? He's
back Tuesday. Just with his shifts on his work and that, we lost him today. And he's a big miss because that physical presence. I think their 9 was decent today.
And a handful, wasn't he? I thought, to be fair to Dan though, whilst he was up against a big and strong centre forward, I thought he handled him quite well.
Yeah, I have to report back to Cambridge, and I would, the report on Dan will be good, because I thought he was very good. There was a couple of headers, big headers, and there was a couple of headers that he's almost he made his backing into it, and the guy back to him, and he's getting touched. It was it was maybe not the work rate from the midfield to help him out sometimes, because he's done his job. He made 2 or 3 big tackles, one in the end he made, they give a free kick for it, and it was a great tackle. But I agree with you, he's done well. I think if Fish is there with him as we've been playing, and Laurie with him, I think we're probably a bit more comfortable defensively today. But it is what it is. We've changed it. I think we spoke today. We've changed the team again. We change it every single week. We can't name the same side. I don't. You're the stat man. I bet you'll struggle to find us naming the same side 2 weeks running. And we're on a great run of form. So you'd almost be in a position of going. You'll just keep naming the same team, because we did that last season. We were going to run. This year we have to change. Every single game. Like today, Dicko won't be available on Tuesday. So we're changing it again. But thankfully we've got
good options at left back.
We have now. We're getting them back for you, so we're in good.
Excellent. Skip, just with it being Christmas time, just a word for the supporters who came down their numbers again today. Just word for them.
Brilliant. At the end there, they all stayed there. The players all speak to them. We was all speaking to them at the end. They're all in good spirits. So yeah, it's good to see them in the numbers here and in the previous weeks. To be fair, I think they're growing as well. There seems to be more and more. So they're a good bunch. They enjoy their football. We enjoy our football. I mean, even when we were struggling beginning of the season, putting some results together in the league, they were still there in their numbers. So it's quite good now. I think that's, you're going to tell me, is that 6 league wins out of 7?
7 out of 8.
7 out of 8.
Yeah.
So 7 out of 8. So again, that's a good run really. It's quite funny when you look at teams that draw, dropping points all the time. I think we've drawn 1 out of 15. So if we're not winning, we're losing. But when you keep winning, putting the 3 points on the board, we're going up the league quite nicely. But support was brilliant. Yeah, and they're all looking forward to the Bedford game on Boxing Day, which hopefully will be a good spectacle for everyone.
Excellent stuff, boys. Merry Christmas, and we'll see you on Boxing Day.
Thank you.
Thanks, Lee. Go for it.